Page number 355. I searched every nook and corner for the missing letter, meaning everywhere. No sooner had he left than I came. Not only he, but his brothers also were present. Now and again, he looked at the door, meaning occasionally. Please write to me now and then, meaning occasionally. OCCASIONALLY. Now or never is the time to do it, meaning this is the moment to act. Now that you have money, you may pay off my dues. The will was declared null and void, meaning invalid. This means act of his is of a piece with his general conduct, meaning similar to, often implies something bad. Of late he has become popular, meaning lately. The servants are collecting the odds and ends of the feast, meaning remnants or stray articles. He comes here off and on, meaning occasionally. He is off his head, meaning of unbalanced mind. He resigned the post of his own accord, meaning voluntarily. It is of no avail, AVAIL, to lament the past, meaning fruitless. He was the greatest general of the day, meaning of his time. He is a painter of the first water, meaning of rare excellence. He is absent on account of illness. The soldiers crept on all fours, meaning on hands and knees. The two cases are on all fours, meaning exactly similar. They marched on and on for a week, meaning without break. The two essays are on a par with each other, meaning on the same level. I thank you all on behalf of my club, meaning as representative of my club. I shall pay you the money on demand. Read the passage once again, meaning once more. I warned him once and again, but he did not care, meaning repeatedly. I tell you once for all, that you must not do it, meaning for the last time. Men like him are born once in a way, meaning men like him are born rarely, RARELY. The proposal was supported by one and all, meaning everybody without exception. I shall on no account do so. On no account means by no means. He came on foot. On foot means walking. A plot is on foot to defeat him, means in preparation. The tournament is on its last leg, meaning coming to a close. They were ordained to attend the court on pain of a heavy fine, meaning being threatened with in case of failure. The police are on the alert for the dacoits, means they are watching for. The bank is on the brink of ruin, means on the verge, 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 or very near to. Page number 356. A change of ministry there is on the cards. On the cards means likely. I do not hate you. On the contrary, I love you so much. Meaning contrary, contrary. He is never marked late in his office. He reaches office on the dot every day, meaning at the exact time. He died on the eve of victory, meaning just before. The story is false on the face of it, meaning judging by appearance when first seen or heard. He kept away on the ground of illness, meaning on score or because of. I was on the point of going out when he came. The loss of all his money has put him on the rack, meaning mental suffering. This business is on the rocks, meaning failing. He helped your party on the sly, meaning secretly. He can be trusted to act on the square means fairly. Do not do anything on the spur of the moment, meaning under momentary impulse. Our country is on the threshold of threshold of a new era, meaning just about to enter. They are on tiptoe because the result will be published tomorrow. They are greatly excited. This company is on the verge of failure, meaning about to fail. His popularity is on the wane means gradually declining. I met him on the way home. His conduct was satisfactory on the whole, meaning taking everything into consideration. Our country is on the threshold of a new era, means just about to enter a new era. They are on tiptoe because the result will be published tomorrow, means greatly excited. This company is on the verge of failure, means about to fail. His popularity is on the wane means gradually declining. I met him on the way home. His conduct was satisfactory on the whole, meaning taking everything into consideration. Such indiscipline is the order of the day. Order of the day means prevailing state of things. He is out and away, the best boy here. Out and away means by far. He is out at elbows now, meaning shabbily dressed and in a state of poverty. He is out and out, the best boy here, means decidedly by far. The local restaurants are out of bound for the soldiers, meaning outside the permitted area of the soldiers. Do not go out of doors now. Out of doors means in the open. Such fashions are out of date now, meaning not in fashion. His physical system is out of gear, GEAR, now, meaning not working properly. He is out of his element in this society, meaning in an uncongenial atmosphere. He is out of wits at the blow, meaning mad. My stomach is a little out of order today. Your amendment is out of order, meaning irrelevant. Your remark is out of place here, meaning not proper to the occasion. I am out of pocket mean penniless. I am out of sorts today, meaning unwell, sorts. You seem to be out of spirits today, meaning gloomy. Page number 357. We faced a situation which arose just out of the blue meaning unexpectedly. It is out of the question for me to go there, meaning impossible for me to go there. He lives in an out of the way village, meaning remote and obscure village. He is not out of the wood yet, meaning free from difficulties. He is out of tune with his surroundings. Read the passage over again. Over again means once more. Over and above being poor, he is lazy, means in addition to. Read this over and over again. Over and over again mean repeatedly. He is over head and ear in love, meaning he is deeply in love. Ambition is part and parcel of his life, meaning an essential portion of his life. Carefully consider the pros and cons, PROS, pros and cons of the question, means disadvantages and advantages of the question. They let the house go to ruin, RACKRUIN, meaning decay. The ranks and file are proud of their general, meaning the common soldiers are proud of their general. Do not ignore the rank and file, RANK and FILE, meaning the common people. Do not ignore the common people. He insulted me without any rhyme or reason, RHYME, rhyme, meaning do not insult me without any reason. They finished the work in time by working round the clock. Round the clock means hard work. I am so means tolerably well. He looks smart in this spick and span coat. Spick and span, SPICK, spick, SPAN, span, meaning quite new and smart. The hotel is absolutely spick and span, meaning very clean and tidy. His house is within a stone's throw, meaning distance a stone can be thrown. That means very near. What you say is all stuff and nonsense, meaning STUFF, stuff, NONSENSE, nonsense, meaning worthless. The sum and substance of the story is this, meaning the purpose, meaning in totality the story is this. I have studied the man through and through. Through and through means thoroughly. He was caught in the rain and was wet through and through, meaning completely. He stood by me through thick and thin, meaning through all obstacles. I want him time and again. Time and again means often. He is cunning to a degree. To a degree means he is excessively cunning. He is kind to a fault. To a fault means he is excessively kind. To all appearance, he is innocent means apparently he is innocent. An angry man is to all intents and purposes a beast, meaning practically a beast. They were killed to a man, meaning till all were slain, slain. He is walking to and fro, meaning he is walking up and down. Will you go? To be sure, I will, meaning certainly. He enjoyed the serenity to his heart's content, meaning fully. I told him this to his face, meaning openly before him. I shall oppose the bill tooth and nail, meaning very strongly. Tooth for a tooth is the law of the jungle, meaning to take revenge is the law of the jungle. He is wicked to the backbone, meaning he is thoroughly wicked. Page number 358. I said nothing to the contrary. Contrary, The army resisted to the last, meaning to the man or movement. I have followed your direction to the letter, meaning literally and strictly. Answer to the point, meaning answer pertinently. I have tried to the utmost of my power, meaning I have tried my best. He was under a cloud for some time, meaning in disfavor. We all took shelter under his wing, meaning under his protection. Keep the paper under lock and key, meaning locked up. This happened under my nose, meaning in presence of me. Skip under the breath, breath, that his sleep may not be disturbed, meaning speak in low voice. He is under the thumb of his brother, meaning his brother has dominated on him. Be up and doing if you would succeed, meaning be active. I have had many ups and downs in life, meaning prosperity and disadversity. He is up to the elbows in work, meaning heavily engaged. Your essay is not up to the mark, meaning up to the standard. Soldiers kept watch and ward all night, means careful guard. Have you thought of the ways and means, meaning steps? Have you thought of the steps? I shall follow you in weal and woo, WEAL, weal and WOE, woo, meaning happiness and misery. The pyramids of Egypt have stood the water of wear and tear of centuries, meaning injury done by use or time. If you go there Well and good. Well and good. I know the why and whereabout. I know the why and wherefore of the matter, meanings every reason for a thing. He gave a wide berth to me in the party, meaning avoid coming near. What with illness and what with poverty, he could not continue his studies, meaning between various causes. He took his defeat with a good grace, meaning in a pleasant manner. Take his story with a grain of salt because of exaggeration. With a grain of salt, meaning with reservation. He put down the rebellion with a high hand, meaning strongly. He flattered me with an eye to my vote, meaning aiming to secure. He was sober before, but he drinks now with a vengeance. With a vengeance mean excessively. He came here with a view to getting my approval, meaning in order to get my approval. They returned with flying colors. With flying colors means victorious. Try once more with might and main. With might and main means with all energy. They cheered the speaker with one voice. With one voice means unanimously. They left the place with one accord meaning all agreeing together. He was received with open arms. With open arms means warmly. I have nothing to say with respect to, meaning with regard to. Page number 359. He does not know the ABC of politics. ABC of politics means elementary knowledge. His performance in the trial match will be an acid test for his final selection, meaning test that gives conclusive proof of the value or worth of something. I am not going to be carried away by his airs and graces. AIRS, airs, and graces, GRACES. Graces means foolish or exaggerated way of behaving. I am all ears to what you say, meaning I am very attentive to what you say. My grandfather is over 80, but he is still alive and kicking. Alive and kicking means old and still active. This is the alpha and omega of the story of his adventure, meaning the beginning and the end of the story. The animal spirits of the boys interested me much, meaning the natural cheerfulness and vivacity of healthy youths. The property has proved an apple of discord between the brothers, meaning a subject of quarrel. Your ideas are all moonshine, meaning visionary talk or ideas. I do not care for an armchair critique like him, meaning a person who offers criticism without being actively involved. What he got was a mere apology for a reward, meaning a poor specimen of. His house is 5 kilometers from the station as the crow flies. As the crow flies means straight from the station. You should be careful to see that the quarrel does not lead to backstair gossip. BACK back STAIRS GOSSIP, gossip, meaning gossip among servants. He is the back seat driver of our union, meaning one who attempts to control without responsibility. There has been bad blood between the two families for years, meaning ill feelings. After a prolonged illness, he has become a bag of bones. Bag of bones means extremely thin person. The members turned the meeting into a bear garden, bear, bear garden, meaning a place full of noise and quarrels. Making money should not be all and end all, be all and end all of an ideal youth, meaning the supreme end of aim. The throne is not a bed of roses, meaning it is not an easy, comfortable situation. He sometimes behaves in such a strange way that he must have a bee in his bonnet, bonnet, a bee in his bonnet, meaning an obsession. I know all that passes behind the scene. Behind the scene means outside public knowledge. Page number 360. It is beneath my dignity to accept that post. Beneath my dignity means humiliating to one. There are so many candidates, but you will have to choose the best of the bunch. Best of the bunch means the best or pick of the lot. I am between Seychella and I am between the devil and the deep sea, meaning between two equal dangers. He does not care for you. The big wigs or big guns or big shots or great runs are in his favor, meaning important persons are in his favor. I took a bird's eye view of the town from the tower, meaning a general view from above. Birds of a feather flock together, meaning persons of the same nature. Englishmen were only birds of passage in India, meaning persons who do not stay in a country. The new posting to him was a bitter pill to swallow, but he had no choice, meaning something unpleasant to accept. There are black sheep in every society, meaning there are wicked men in every society. He was not considered for the post, but it was a blessing in disguise for him, meaning apparent misfortune that eventually proved to be beneficial. He is proud of his blue blood. Blue blood means high birth. The office of the Prime Minister is the blue ribbon, meaning blue ribbon in political life, meaning highest honor in a profession or walk of life. The news of his death came upon us as a bolt from the blue. As a bolt from the blue means an unexpected disaster. What is the bone of contention? Bone of contention between the two parties, meaning subject of dispute between two parties. His friend proved to be a broken reed, REED, in the time of need, meaning an unreliable person or thing, a support which fails. He is now absorbed in brown study. Brown study means fit of river, REVERIA. The child in my room was a bull in a china shop. Bull in a china shop means reckless, destroyer. The place of English is higher education. The place of English in higher education is a burning question in India, meaning a hotly debated question requiring quick settlement.